Hi friends, in today's video tutorial, we would study how to prepare this geometry in AutoCAD. So I'll go very slowly so that you understand every aspect of the drawing. So what we'll do first is, we'll begin by drawing this inner circle. Okay, and the diameter for the inner circle is 100 units. So let's go piece by piece, beginning with drawing this inner circle of 100 dia. So I'll minimize this, keep it on the side. I'll go in the home tab, select circle, and from circle I will select center diameter. Then I'll click anywhere on my drawing board and I'll give a diameter of 100 units and hit enter. So the innermost circle is ready. Then we'll draw this circle, and you can see, although only a part of the circle is visible, still we can draw a complete circle, and the radius for that circle is 60. So again we go into circle, and from circle we select center radius. We click on the center point and give the radius as 60 units and hit enter. So the first circle is done, the second circle is done, and now we have to draw the third circle. But if you observe the drawing carefully, there is no dimensions given for the outermost circle. So we'll take this into consideration. So you know that the diameter of this circle is 100. So if you want to find the diameter of the outer circle, it will be 100 plus 14 plus 14. That is 128 would be the diameter of this outer circle. So we'll again select circle, and from circle we'll select center diameter, click on the center point, and the diameter is 128 and hit enter. So our three circles are ready. Now we'll draw this line. Let us draw the line of any length extending outward, but we want it at the angle of 45 degrees so that it intersects this circle. So we will select line, and AutoCAD will ask me that specify the first point. So I click over here, the center point, and then when it asks for angle, I will just type the angle and 45 and hit enter. And the length, I'll extend it a little beyond the circle edges and press enter to end the line command. So I got a line of 45 degrees and of a indefinite length. Now next we want to draw this inner circle, and that is of 14 dia. So we will select circle, we will select center diameter, and we'll select this as the intersection as the point, and we'll give the diameter as 14 units and hit enter. So this circle is done. Now we want to draw this outer circle, and this outer circle radius is 13 units. So we'll select circle, center radius, click on the center point, and radius is 13 units and hit enter. So our circle is now ready. Now before we trim off the extra spaces, let's begin with drawing this line. So what we'll do first, we'll draw one line which extends from the center point of this circle outward to a distance of 170 units. You can see this distance is 170 units. So I'll select line, I'll click over here and I'll turn the ortho on and extend it to the right at a distance of 170 units and hit enter. So we have got a line of 170 units and we press enter to end the line command. So we drew one line from here to here of 170 units. Now we want to come down over here. So what we'll do, we'll draw one line extending from here downward and this distance is 95 units. So we'll draw one line which extends from here downward at a distance of 95 units. Then we'll extend it indefinitely of some random length to the right, or let us take the length as 170 and hit enter. So we got this line of 170 units and now we'll offset that line upward to a height of 55 units. So if you see, this distance is 55 units. So we will type O for offset. We'll hit enter. And we'll give the distance as 55 and hit enter and select the object to offset and the side to offset. And we press enter to come out of the offset command. So what we have done is that we have offsetted this line on the top to 55 units. Now we got one line extending from here of 170 units. We'll join it with this line so that we get the midpoint of this circle. So we draw one line from endpoints and we got this midpoint over here. Now we'll draw this circle which is of 19 dia. So again we select circle and we select center diameter and we click over here and draw a circle of 19 dia and hit enter. Then we want to draw this outer circle of 44 dia. So again we select circle and center diameter and we click over here and the diameter is 44 units and hit enter. Now we'll draw this line which is tangential to this circle and tangential to this inner circle, the circle in between. So I will select the line command and when it asks me for the first point, I'll press shift and right mouse button. And from here I will select tangential. I'll click over here and again I'll press shift and right mouse button. And again I'll select tangential and click anywhere on this middle circle. So we get a tangential line this way. We hit enter. Now that we got the tangential line, let's erase the unwanted parts of this circle. So we type TR for trim to erase the unwanted parts of this circle. So we don't need this part, we don't need this part, this part. So all the unwanted parts we have removed from the circle. Also, we do not need this part of the line. We do not need this part of the line. And then in the center, we don't need this part and we don't need this part. And from here, we don't need this part and here we don't need this part. Now this circle is there. I will just break it. So I'll end the trim command and I will type the break command and hit enter. Click on this circle and just specify the next point up to which you want to break. I'll turn the ortho off and also the snap off, and up to here I want to maintain this line, so I'll click over here. Now I want to array both these parts 4 times. So we select the first circle, the second circle, and from the modify panel we select polar array. When it asks me for the center point, I'll turn the snap on and specify my center point. Over here I will type the number of items I want is 4 and I'll hit enter and I'll close the array. So my objects have got arrayed 4 times. Now I'll trim the unwanted lines. So I no longer need this, and this. Same way over here and same way over here. And I'll press enter to come out of the trim command. Now I no longer need this upper line, so I will delete it. I no longer need this line, so I will delete it. Now we have to draw this part of the drawing as well as this circle. Now if you see, they have specified that this distance is 38 units. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll come here, come back to our AutoCAD drawing and we'll offset this upward to a distance of 38 units. So I will select line, or what we'll do, see here they have given us this distance is 62 units. So we'll erase this line and we'll draw one line from center point of this, turn the ortho on, extending left side 62 units and hit enter. Okay, now we got this line 62 units over here, and let's bring this line down over here and then offset it upward 38 units. So we'll select move, we'll click on this line, we'll hit enter, specify the base point, and you want to move it down to a point which is quadrilateral to this circle. So we got this line of 62 units over here, and to get this point we will select offset and offset it at 38 units. So we type O for offset and offset distance is 38 units. Select the object to offset and the side to offset and we press enter. So the end of this is the center point of this circle. because this distance is 38. Now we want to draw a circle of 20 dia. So we select circle, and from circle center diameter and click over here, and diameter is 20 and hit enter. Now we no longer need this line, so we select it and we erase it. Now we have to draw this part. So here what we'll do, we'll draw one rectangle and we'll give the length as 72 and the height as 22. So we select the rectangle tool, and anywhere on my drawing board I give the length as 72 and the height as 22 and hit enter. Then I move this, so I select the object to move. Endpoint of this is this, and move it over here. Now I will draw one line, and that line we want should be quadrilateral to outer circle, and let it go down like this and hit enter. Now we select this circle and we select move, and we select midpoint of this and join with the intersection over here, and our object is drawn. So a rectangle is moved. Now you no longer need this line, erase, and you no longer need this line, so erase. Now we want to draw this circle of 25 radius. So we go into circle and we select tangent, tangent, radius. So we select tangential to this, and radius is 25 and hit enter. Then we type TR for trim, and we no longer need this part, so we hit enter. Now we have to finish this part and then do the filleting. So we'll draw one line which extends from here, let it go upward, hit enter, and then just type the extend command and extend this to touch the line and hit enter. Now the fillet units are 5. So we type F for fillet, the fillet. So we type R for radius, and the radius for the fillet we give it as 5 units and hit enter. And then we click on the objects to fillet. So we want to fillet this line and this line. So we select this line and we select this line. So it has got filleted. Again we type the fillet command and we select this line and this line, and it's got filleted. And then we also want to fillet this part. So F for fillet and fillet this line and this line. Hit enter, and then just extend this line. So press escape to come out of fillet and type extend and click on this line to extend it to touch this line. Press enter to come out of extend, and here we'll type TR for trim to get rid of this extra line which we no longer need it. So TR for trim, and we don't need this part of the line, and we press enter. And we are just left with dimensioning. So let me show you how we can proceed with the dimensioning. We'll first begin with this dimensioning, linear dimensioning of 170 units. So we'll select linear dimensioning and we give the center point of this circle and the center point of this circle, and you can see that we got it as 170 units. That is this. Then this 62 units. So again linear dimensioning, center point of this, center point of this, and this is 62 units. Then this is 55 units. So again go for dimensioning and select end point of this and center point of this, and that is 55 units. And again linear dimensioning, end point of this, end point of this, 22 units. Again linear dimensioning, end point of this, end point of this, 33 units. Again linear dimensioning, end point of this, center point of this, 38 units. We are first finishing with all the linear dimensioning. Then again linear dimensioning, end point of this, end point of this, 72 units. And again linear dimensioning, end point of this and midpoint of this, and it is 28 units. And again linear dimensioning, center point of this and end point of this, and it is 95 units. And then this distance, so again linear dimensioning from intersection of this to intersection of this, 14 units. So all our linear dimensionings are complete. Now let's move to radius and diametric dimensioning. So we'll start from here. So first we want to find the radius for this circle, but before that we'll change the line type. So we'll type one command called as CM, which stands for center mark, and it asks us to select the circle. So select one of the circle like this, and a center mark is drawn, and we hit enter. If you want, you can change the color of the center mark. So click on the center mark, click on properties, and from properties change the color to dark red and press escape to come out of the color selection. And same way, if you want to match the properties of this line, so MA for match, select the source object, that is this, and I want to match it with this line as well as with this, and hit enter. So we got the center marks. Now let's find this angular dimensioning. So we select angular, we select first line, second line, and the angle is 45 degrees. Then we use this leader dimensioning, and what we'll do, we'll turn the snapping off, and we'll also turn the ortho off. And for the leader dimensioning, I'll click here and extend it outward like this. And now the dialog box will come. So in the dialog box, I will type R60. So I'll type R60, and I'll click on close text editor, and the leader dimensioning is complete. Same way I want to dimension this circle as well. Again, type of dimensioning is leader. So we click on this circle, take it up, and over here we'll write 4 units by R13 and close the text editor. Same way I want to write the diameter for this circle. Again, leader dimensioning, and I'll click here and I'll type 4 by, and now I want the diametric symbol. So I click over here and select diameter, and I type 14 and click on close text editor. Finally, I want to write the dimension for this innermost circle. So again, leader dimensioning, click on this innermost circle and click over here and give the dimensioning as, first enter the symbol of diameter 100 and close the text editor. So this dimensioning, this is complete, and this is also complete. Now let's move on the top, and here I want to write down the radius as 25. So again, leader dimensioning, and I click here and I click here and I type radius as 25 and close the text editor. So this is also done. Now I pan the drawing a bit to the right, and I want to do the dimensioning for this innermost circle. So again, I select leader dimensioning, click on the innermost circle like this, and take the symbol of diameter 19 and close the text editor. Same way for the outer circle. Again, leader dimensioning, outer circle, again symbol diameter 44 and close the text editor. So that is also complete. Now we are left with dimensioning this inner circle. So again, leader dimensioning, and we click on the point edge of this and we click over here, and from the symbol we select diameter and we type 20 and close the text editor, and our dimensioning is now complete. So friends, in this video tutorial we have seen how to make this geometry in AutoCAD. Hope you have learned something new. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And please remember, the link for the reference file is given in the description of this video. Use that reference file to open it side by side, just like how I did it in AutoCAD, and construct your drawing accordingly. See you in the next video. Till that time, goodbye.